Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is SanadisK and today I am back with yet another Dark Souls 3 cut content video. Today I'm going to be showing you more unused armors and weapons that are left inside the game files of Dark Souls 3. So without further ado, let's go.
Scanning equipment. Test Armor 1000.
First we have an unnamed armor which I like to call Test Armor 1000 because this is the model ID of the armor. I know it sounds like a weird product name, but whatever, just ignore that. Now as you can clearly see, the cape is bugged inside of the game, but I was able to extract the model of the armor so that you can get a clearer view of the armor. Now strangely, this armor has a built-in face inside of the armor itself, and it is clearly bigger than the size of the normal player. But nonetheless, it looks super cool, and it kind of reminds me of Vendrick's set in Dark Souls 2, I don't know why.
Scanning equipment. The Fallen Knight set without cloth.
The next armor we have is rather an unseen armor, which is the inside of the Fallen Knight set, and I mean here without the cloth. Now this was achieved by using a program called IGP11, which can be used to change the textures inside of Dark Souls 3. So I made the cloth transparent and the result is what you see on the screen right now. If you want to use the mod yourself, the download link for it on Nexus Mods will be in the description below. But this is like a cool looking armor, like I think they should have done two variations, one with the cloth and one without the cloth. I don't know, that's my opinion.
Unused equipment detected. Scholar's shed skin.
Next we have is the Scholar's Shed Skin, and the description reads the following. Skin shed from a sage of the Grand Archives, the ivory wax has hardened, forming a mask. Wax protected the inquirer from exposure to the foulness that permeated the majority of the text, preventing one's anchor of reason from being too easily washed away. Now from this description we learn exactly why the arms that come out of the books in the Grand Archives stop hurting us, and in theory this was supposed to drop from the scholar enemies alongside the chest piece, but seems like they changed the concept and made it into a temporary headpiece that you can only equip it by placing your head inside of one of these wax pools. Now let's move on to the weapons, and the first weapon we have is the Missionary Axe, and the description reads the following. Axe used by the missionaries who endeavored to propagate the undead commune as well as its surrounding lands. The only salvation they offer is death, and any who disobey their teachings will be broken in two. Now if you don't know already, or you haven't watched any of my previous cut content videos, it is already concluded that the undead commune is the original name that was used for the undead settlement. Now this axe is really big sized compared to the player character, but I am sure that it would have been a devastating strength weapon if it made it to the final game. The next weapon we have is a really weird one, which is a torch with a shield on the other hand. Now the shield cannot be seen clearly in game, so here is a clearer view using an external program, but the shield in the game doesn't have any textures, and the textures I added here are from me just so you can get the idea. But whatever. Now it seems like From Software had plans for a special two-hand weapon like the Farron Greatsword for instance, but wanted it to be more basic, and thus this weapon was created. And I imagine this weapon to be a basic Hollows weapon, like the ones that you find like everywhere in this whole series. The next weapon is the Sacred Beast Catalyst, and the description reads, Catalyst used by the sacred beasts that dwell deep within the forest. The beasts employed techniques from long ago, and their magical power has become instilled in this catalyst, increasing the potency of sorcery. Now this weapon only has textures and not a model, but at least we have a description to tell us some information about this weapon. At first glance, the mention of all techniques and magical powers ring a huge bell to Ulusil, as a lot of the sorceries in the game actually originated from Ulusil. And since Farron's Keep is basically a destroyed Ulusil, then this weapon was supposedly found there or dropped by an enemy there, or perhaps we will be getting Ulusil DLC. And by the way, From Software has a big announcement for Dark Souls 3 on the 24th of August. And I strongly believe that this is the DLC reveal and not some stupid merchandise announcement, because now is the right time to reveal the DLC. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and before I end this video I want to talk a bit about the changes that occurred to this channel. Now, I started doing Call of Duty Zombies videos and I uploaded 2 videos to see the feedback on them, and it was greatly positive with all the people wanting more zombies videos and stuff. So I'm going to be altering between Dark Souls videos and zombies videos, as also the DLC for both games is coming very soon, and I'm going to be covering both of them as fast and as quality as possible with boss strategy guides, lore and cut content videos. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on my next video. Bye bye.